everyone. I'm from Alamkul, and we are going to today study about polynomial chapter from Maths class 9. Okay, so before we start discussing about what is polynomial, okay, or we go in detail about polynomial, we should note some basic terms about before we discuss, because in the definition of polynomial, some terms are used, so we should know about them. So there is constant, variable, algebraic expression. Okay, I'm writing here. Give me a minute. So the basic terms that are used in the are constant, variable, and expression. Now, what are constant? Okay, from the term itself, and you must have come across this word constant. Okay, so actually, constant that has a fixed value. Okay, our term that has a fixed value. Generally, we represent constant with alphabet A, B, C. Okay, it is a general practice. Okay, because you can see X, Y, Z are generally used to represent the variables. Okay, so constant, we generally use letters A, B, C to represent, and constant are the terms which have a fixed value. Okay, understood? Now, the second term is variable. Vary means the terms whose value vary. Okay, like we denote variables with X, Y, Z alphabet and whose value vary. Okay, for different means X, Y, we generally see equations, and for every value of X is a different value of Y, or we can get different values of X, okay, or Y. Okay, so they are called variable. Now come the algebraic expression. Now, what is an algebraic expression? Actually, algebraic expression is the combination of constant plus variable, okay, connected with arithmetic operators. Now, what are the arithmetic operators? The four arithmetic operators that you have been studying from your childhood. Okay, so algebraic expression is actually the combination of variable, constant, which are connected with the help of four arithmetic operators: plus, minus, multiplication, and division. Okay, a simple algebraic expression example, if I write here, so it is like 6x squared minus 5y2 plus 2xy. Okay, a different many examples you can have of an algebraic expression. Okay, now why I explain this? Because these are going to be used in your polynomial, definition of polynomial. Now we are going to see what is a polynomial in one variable. Okay, polynomial in one variable. Okay, now what are the polynomials in one variable? Polynomial is actually an algebraic expression only. Okay, algebraic, since it is in one variable, the algebraic expression that involves one single variable, and the exponent value, or you can say the power value, should be a whole number and a non-negative integer. Okay, now let me explain you. We generally denote a polynomial with px. Okay, this is a term used for denoting a polynomial. Okay, now for example, if I'm writing a polynomial, so 3x cubed plus 2x squared minus 7x plus 5. Okay, this is general polynomial. I have written any different polynomials you can write. Okay, now in this you can see here that this x, okay, this value is called what? The exponent. Understood? This is an exponent, and or you can say degree. Okay, degree we will I'll discuss in just some time. So this is a exponent. This value should be a whole number and a positive number. Okay, a positive whole number. The value should be a positive whole number. Understood? So this is a general polynomial that you can see. Okay, similarly I can give you one or two more example, like x cubed plus 3x squared plus 2. Okay, similarly you can have many different examples. A general term of a polynomial, you'll see here a general term. What is a general term of a polynomial? So a general term of a polynomial, we can write ax to the power n plus an minus 1 x to the power n minus 1 plus an minus 2 x to the power n minus 2. Okay, similarly it will go on like this, and a2 x to square plus a1x plus a naught. Okay, so this is a general polynomial you can see here. Okay, if you see here, so an, the first term, and this is the exponent value. Okay, now we'll see in detail when we move forward. Okay, now let's see about the degree of the polynomial. Okay, what is the degree of the polynomial. Before that, I'll just quickly tell you some two definition. Okay, that is term. What is a term and a coefficient? Okay, what do we mean by term and a coefficient? Okay, now term, when we see a variable, a polynomial 2x plus 3. Okay, now this is a polynomial px. Okay, understood? Now this single values, okay, that are separated from with the arithmetic operators, these are called the terms. Okay, and the coefficient, the values, the constant value that is attached with the variable, they are called the constant. Okay, this, just use a different color, this value are called the constant, sorry, coefficient. They are the coefficient of, if I'm asking you coefficient of x square, coefficient of x square and x, okay, in these two terms. Okay, now, since we have understood about what is a term, what is a coefficient, now quickly we are going to just see what is the degree of a polynomial. What do we mean by the degree of the polynomial? Degree of a polynomial. Okay. Now, if you see the degree of the polynomial, so we have divided this degree of the polynomial on two bases. Okay. What are the two bases? Degree of polynomial in one variable, okay, when there is a single variable x, y, z, okay, and degree of polynomial in many variable or two variable, you can say, okay, when there are two or more than two variables. Now, when there is a single variable, what is the degree of the polynomial? First, we should know that degree of the polynomial is the highest exponential power of a variable in the given polynomial expression. Okay, for example, if I say 3x squared plus 2x plus 4, okay, so in this polynomial, the highest power of the variable is 2. Okay, so this is the degree of the polynomial. Okay, now the degree of the polynomial in one variable, the degree of the polynomial in one variable is the highest power of the variable. Okay, since only one variable is there, so we are just going to see the highest power of that variable in the given expression. One more example, if I write here 2x to the power 4 plus 3x cube plus 2x plus 1. Okay, so here degree is 4. Okay, because the highest power of the variable is 4. Now, if we are going to see the degree of a polynomial in many variable, more than one variable is there, then what we are going to see, we are going to add up the expression. Let's see with an example. Okay, then we can understand better. Okay, now the second case is what? Like 4x square y cube minus 5x y square plus 7 minus root 2x. Okay, this is an example. Now here you can see there are two variables. Okay, so what we are going to do, we are going to add up their power. So we'll get 5 here. We are going to add up the power 3 here. Here no variable is there, so 0. Here x power is 1. Okay, so now you can see this value, this term has the highest power. So the degree here, the degree of the expression becomes 5. Okay, since the highest power of the term is 5. Okay, when there are many variables, so we are going to add up the powers of all the variables. Understood? Now, some note point I like to tell you, that is the degree of a non-zero constant polynomial is 0. Okay, non-zero constant polynomial means only a constant polynomial is there. Okay, non-zero means obviously a 0 is there, only a 0 term will be there. 5, 7, 8, 100, minus 7, these are constant polynomial. You can see here no variable is used. Since no variable is there, so the degree of this polynomial becomes 0. Here degree is 0. Understood? And the degree of a 0 polynomial is not defined. Now I use the term 0 polynomial. You are not knowing the 0 polynomial. In the classification chapter, in the classification polynomial, I will tell you what is 0 polynomial. But just quickly, I'll tell you, in 0 polynomial, what happens? The constant terms, the coefficient of the variable is 0. And since the coefficient is 0, like it's 0x cube plus 0x square plus 1 is equal to 0. Okay, or here 0. So what happens? 0 is multiplied with x cube, so the whole term becomes 0. Okay, the whole term becomes 0. So the 0 polynomial degree is not defined, because highest degree we cannot find out. It can be 0x to the power 4, what term is used. Okay, so that's why the degree of the 0 polynomial is not defined clearly. Okay, so I think it's very clear till here that what is a polynomial, what a constant, what a variable, what are terms in a polynomial, what are coefficients of the variables, and then we have discussed the degree of the polynomial. Okay, degree of a polynomial in one variable, that is the highest power of that variable, and when there are two variables, you are going to add up all the powers in each term, and then you are separately going to see what is the highest power. Okay, so here we are going to stop here. We have discussed about the basic terms of the polynomial. Okay, so in the next video I will be discussing about the classification of the polynomial, how the polynomials are classified into different categories. Okay, so till then, bye bye, and don't forget to watch my next video, and don't forget to subscribe. Bye.